Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, the 25th of June. How are you and you, but especially you doing tonight? Yes, that's what I want to know. Tell me about it. Let me get my other screen going here. Hit a couple buttons and we should be all groovy. Except for I'm spilling water down me. Boom, there goes the water down me. Hey, Carrie, how are you? I hope all is well with you. Boom. There we go. Now I've got both my screens going. Hello, Heather from Indy. How are you? I know you said you went there to get some work done early. I hope you're actually taking some time for you, and that's actually a great way of doing it. Um, working a business trip, working some you time, working some time, some free time, in to work on yourself. So that is a wonderful thing. Uh, awesome. Indy's a great city. State of Indiana is a great state. There's a lot of great stuff with that in that area and everything. Hey Terry, how are you? I'm starting to have a little bit of FOMO. My phone's been ringing. I've been on the road a lot today, and I've had a lot of phone time with people today, all over North America, actually. And so starting to have a little FOMO, but I am excited for all of you. I'm excited that Angie's going to be there and see all of you that are going to be there. But I got to say, I don't know about the rest of the country, but I'm feeling Arizona heat up here in the Northeast. So I just, prior to coming on, I was outside for, I don't know, 45 minutes, half hour with Luna, throwing the stick for her. She wanted me to keep on throwing the stick, and like it's getting hot and buggy. I can't do this anymore. But this is just water poured down me that I poured down me. That is not like sweat from being outside, but it is hot. It is hot, hot, hot. Let's get started with our evening quote. Unique daily quotes. Our quote tonight is ooh, I like this. You ready for this one? Do you have your ears on? Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to this? You have to see failure as the beginning and the middle, but never, never entertain it as the end. Let me say that again. You have to see failure as the beginning and the middle, but never entertain it as an end. Boom. There, drop the mic on that one. And it is so entirely true. You cannot see it as that. Failure is a waypoint. It is a waypoint in our journey. Failure should happen. If you are not failing, you are not trying hard enough. If you are not failing, your goals are not big enough. Okay, your goals are too safe. Okay, if you are not failing, we should all have failure. We're all going to fail. We fail all the time. I've had some very interesting meetings today. So I posted about one of them. And and I was with the best. Okay, and that was his license. Well, it is his license plate. Okay, the best. Hey, April, how are you? Okay, and Howard is known in circles as the best. THEE. He had to have to get it on his license plate. He had to have the extra E in there, and For the longest time, he was in real estate. He was originally a trained pharmacist and owned a pharmacy for a number of years, a long time. I remember being in his pharmacy as a kid. I remember being in his pharmacy on the day he sold his pharmacy. I've known him for a long time. And, you know, he always has words of wisdom on business, on life, on the economy. He's in his 80s now. In his 80s. I forget 80. I forget 80 what. He's probably mid 80s ish actually. Okay. And but it is, you know, getting a breakfast with him, okay, which that was my breakfast meeting today, and getting a breakfast with him is good for one's mind and good for one's soul, okay, and the nuggets that come out of that. And if you don't think real estate has anything to do with resale, you're wrong, okay. And I'm not just talking about renting space. I'm talking about the lessons you gain in business and in life, okay, of someone who's so bright, okay, to still be on this planet in their mid 80s. And that is pretty amazing, okay? And the things they have seen, you know, you think everything is new or hasn't been done before, you're fooling yourself. You know, there's new ways of approaching things, there's new ways of doing things, there's new technology, but, you know, old school wins the day most of the time. And so it was great having you know, truly a power breakfast, okay, and that went into lunch because neither, you know, we're both talkers, so so a power breakfast that went into lunch, you know, with Howard today, and truly wisdom from the best. So. And that'll spill out. I mean, it spills out in things I do all the time, anyways, because I have been a scholar of his for a long time. I've been a scholar for a long time, and I am blessed to have him there to as a resource. So truly awesome. And you know, middle of my day was filled too, but my end of the day was really strong too, in two ways. In two ways. So my day actually started and ended with taking Cassandra's car in for service. So started by dropping Cassandra's car off for service, and getting they gave me a loaner, and starting and ended the day with picking the car back up, and lots of mileage and travel, lots and lots of mileage and travel in between. And, you know, by the time I got there to pick up the car tonight, the sales department was closed, but they had just left the key with service for me. I mean, excuse me, the service was closed, but they left the key with the sales department. See how confused I am already at this day? It's been a long day. And I have a very early morning tomorrow too. Sales department, the person who was running sales tonight didn't know me personally. There were other people that in the dealership, but that the sales man lead that was on tonight who had my key didn't know me from Apple. Hadn't met me before. And you know, all the team was getting ready to go and check in the loaner and do all the stuff. They video everything when you get a loaner. They actually video your car for damage when you bring it in, everything. And he's like, I don't know who you are, but you know, in all my years, they've never told me not to check in a loaner. They're like, just take the key. So, you know, you're somebody. Like, I spent a lot of time here. Across 4 cars and across 20 something years, you build relationships. You know, and not that I walk into the place and do you know who I am, but it was a nice bit recognition of that I wasn't that little bit of extra. I mean, one, they didn't have to do any work because all the sales guys, whenever they were getting ready to go video it and do everything, and they're like, they told us, just give you your key and take our key. Like, yeah, that sounds about right. But the real end of day is I got to work when, my card dealer isn't anywhere near where we live. And there's a bakery that I go favor, a local bakery that I go patronize. She makes pound cakes, is what they're called. Her company's called Perfect Pound Cakes. Perfect Pound Cakes is her business, and because it's the batter, it looks like a cupcake, but it's a pound cake and batter, and I'm describing it terribly, but they're really taste really really good. Okay, and and they're amazing, and it's an amazing it's a amazing place, and now she does shipping. So perfectpoundcakes.com, perfectpoundcakesllc.com. Yeah, I mean, you can look at the website, April. They're pretty freaking amazing. I should probably bring some to our next Make It Happen event because they're pretty freaking amazing product and everything. And she's an amazing baker, but she faces the same challenges all of you do with your stores. She faces the same challenges of running a business, of doing it all, of all the same challenges, and feeling like she's alone running this store. Okay, I mean, that's where she is. She had this recipe. Everybody told her she made great cupcakes. You should open a bakery. And then she has all the same challenges that you guys have. And so, she knows I stop in whenever I get my car service and I pick something up. I pick up a little to bring home, a treat to bring home. And she's, and her husband was there today. So it was really nice spending time with them, but it was really helping her understand how systemizing her business, how making that happen, and growing her to grow her business so that it's not her. So how to develop employees, how to get them to do what she needs, how to systemize her store. It's all the same challenges you face, okay, but just in a bakery. So there's, like you have expectations of clean merchandise. She needs to have, certain impeccable, non-negotiable standards for cleaning because it's food. And there's food safety. And so there's just so much to it. But having time to spend and take time out of my day today and spend with them so that they can see that there's a path out of the work of the hustle that she's in. Okay, because she's in a real hustle right now. It's not a magic bean, it's not a magic pill, but there is a path, and there is a way to do it so that she can have a sustainable business where she's not going in 100 different directions constantly, and that she can actually literally enjoy the fruits of her labor, okay, which are really, really good, okay, really, really good. Okay, and she's just this little hidden gem in this rundown building in this rundown section of town that she just works her butt off, and that's you guys. And not all of us get there. So those of you that are NARTS members, even if you're not, you may have seen a post by Kathleen from Alaska from Tongass Threads a couple weeks ago, where she talked about how she's grown from going to NARTS conferences, and she's been to next level conferences, and Kathleen and I go way back. I've done stuff. I mean, I met Kathleen at her first, whenever she attended her first darts, and uh, well, she got me thrown out of a hotel, but that's a whole nother story. Out of a hotel bar. We all got thrown out of that bar, but that's a whole nother story. That's another story. That's a story for a different day. But she talked about all that she gained, and personally, what many of you may not know, if you don't know Kathleen personally, is that about a week, 10 days ago, she had a knife. She was cooking at home, and a knife fell off the counter and right into her foot and sliced a tendon. And so she had to have surgery. She won't be at NARTS this year, but she had to have surgery, and she's at home with her foot up on the thing. And, she partially, is feeling very fortunate that she is self-employed, okay, because she's like, all these other people that I know would lose their job, okay, if they had to stay home and have their leg up for the next 7 weeks. And the thing that's amazing that was totally lost on her, and she's like, I worry about my employees. If they couldn't work for 7 weeks, they'd be, completely gone. I said, and that's great. I said, that's important to understand that and to put protections in. And for example, even my own employees, we have disability insurance that covers them for things like this, that they would still have an income. But what's more important, okay, what's even more important is that over the years, and the part that she missed in her own story, was because of the things she has learned, because of the lessons we've taught her, because of the way she has gotten better and gone and moved from being a running crazy in her store to actually systemizing and having things in her business so other people could do them. Her business is still running during the busiest time of the year. It is the busiest time of the year for her store in Alaska because she gets really busy when all the cruise ships pull in and all the passengers come into town. She gets really busy, and it's her busiest time of the year is the summer when all the cruise ships come through. And she's on the sidelines. Now, most store owners would be out of business. But the statistic is, with an owner out of the business, an individual business, a small business, for 5 days or more, it's something like 90% of small businesses won't be around a year from that. If you have to close your business for 5 days, okay, 90% of small businesses won't be, of those small businesses that have to do that, won't be around a year later. And it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. So, it is a, but that's different if you have systemized your business. If you have taught people so that you are valuable but not vital in your business. And that's one of the most important things you can do for your business, because that takes it from being a job to being a business, from being a job to being a business. And when you do that, it's pretty freaking amazing. Okay, when you do that, it's pretty freaking amazing. And most of you many of you are on that journey with us right now, and it's exciting. When you move from vital, critical to your business, to valuable, okay, you want to be valuable, okay, you don't want to be the pin where everything comes apart if you are not there. I don't want to be that important to anything I do. I don't want to be that important to anything. Although it sounds like I'm an important pound cake guy now. They are pretty freaking awesome, April. And you do have a pound cake guy. I've got you. I've got you. I've got you. So, and I'll think of you tonight when I have one. Pound cake. I just put the link in, Kathleen. You hear me talking about you? And I just put the link in. Okay, I just put the link in. Perfect pound cakes. I talked to her. I worked on Perfect Pound Cakes. I worked with the lady who owns Perfect Pound Cakes after I talked to you today. But I mean, this is how you create a business. This is how you create a business. So that's what's exciting. That's what's amazing. I'm excited for those of you that are going to NARTS. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear what you learn, what Angie has with you and their time there. Make sure that you go on the tour Saturday night of Susie's store. Susie Pineda. We've worked with her for a long, long time. Runs an amazing store, her and her daughter. You don't want to miss that. Definitely worth the time. Yeah, I'm having a little FOMO. I'm having a little FOMO, April. I admit it. Part of me says you and I should hop on a plane and just and go. But it will all be great. I know Angie will have a great time with everybody, and it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. So. And I'm getting excited because I hear somebody's planning the next Make It Happen. So I can't wait to hear about that and learn more about it. But I am one gets the details. When I get the details, well, let me phrase that. I'm the one that stays out of the details. I tell me where to be and when. That's what I need to know. So I am excited about it. I'm excited about it. Make sure you attend Angie's presentation at NARTS if you're going to NARTS. Do not miss that, even though it'll be good review for many of you, because many of you who are going also attended our virtual AI workshop. But make sure you go to Angie's workshop. It will be amazing. And you'll be refreshed and renewed and full of energy. And I will see you back here on Sunday, because you know what else? This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell, ring it so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can have everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish. But if you, yes, you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. We start the program every day with our unique daily quotes. Our opening quote, I'm going to repeat it because it was so important. You have to see failure as the beginning and the middle, but never entertain it as an end. Our closing quote tonight is: the moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win. The moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. Yes, we will. We'll be there. And I know some of you are going to party this week with Angie and live it up. I can't wait to see the pics. But until then, until I have a pound cake, know that you and you, but especially you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on Sunday.